Early morning was always my favorite time in New York. An overture before the curtain goes up when the city starts buzzing with potential. I felt a real part of the city during this time, like a stagehand privy to the behind-the-scenes show. I loved waking up to the sounds of delivery trucks and traffic, to store owners opening their doors, to coffee brewing and eggs frying in bodegas. As I blazed down Madison Avenue, I would join the stream of commuters as they flowed towards their workplaces. New Yorkers know how to move, weaving between blocks and buildings, dodging cars and racing traffic lights. It is deliberate. There is no idle in Manhattan, a city as driven as its inhabitants. We were a mighty river of people flowing between concrete banks towards purpose and productivity. This particular day in September was no exception, but it was even more brilliant than usual. One of those stubborn summer days pushing up against fall with all of its strength. I noticed how the sun bounced off the buildings, creating a prism effect that lit up the street and made shadows dance across the pavement. I appreciated this beauty, but I was not stalled by it. After all, productivity was our currency here. It's what defined us, how we proved our existence and our worth, and I was all in. First to the office, I settled into a desk nestled among others just like it. There was no privacy, just enough office dividers to optimize isolation and output. Straight off vacation, I felt refreshed and determined to take advantage of this surge of energy. I was early in my career in media advertising and driven. I knew this ladder and I was climbing it fast and furiously. A relentless overachiever since childhood, I was made for corporate America and I planned on ruling it. I didn't even notice as people trickled in. It wasn't until someone knocked on my door that I lifted my head out of my zone. "Have you heard?" "What?" I responded, slightly annoyed at the disruption. "A plane hit the World Trade Center." "Holy shit, what happened?" "I don't know." I turned the radio on, put my head down, and got back to work. A few minutes later, I heard screaming and chaos coming from the radio. A second plane had hit the second tower. This was no accident. I called my mom. "Do you see what's happening?" "Yeah," she said. "I haven't talked to Joe yet." "What do you mean? Isn't he home?" "Kerri, he's working." I hung up the phone and everything slowed down. Joe was my stepdad and a lieutenant at Ladder 15 in South Street Seaport. I pictured the firehouse tucked in the shadow of the towers a few short blocks away. I imagined him there giving orders and taking care of his men. He was always there when you needed him. It was exactly how he'd showed up for my mom and me 20 years earlier. The hairs stuck up on the back of my neck, and even as my thoughts started to race, there were places I wouldn't let my mind go. Everything was going to be fine. I just needed to keep it together.